Tonight's Gooder Entertainment production is brought to you by The Chopping Block, Menotti Woodcrafters, Pinkerton Pit Barbecue, Texas Oil Guns, JB Waterway, All Fired Up Barbecue Cook-Off, Texas Original Charcoal, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, Smokin Magic, Texas High Roller Events, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Navy SEAL Danny Deeks Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, The Barbecue Store, Mr. Keen Sharpening Service, Cosmos Cube Products, Half-Fast Cookers, Damn Yankee Texas Barbecue, Rectag, Quattro D Drums, We Branded Promotions, Texas Barbecue Bash, and Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics. Thank you for supporting the So Smokin Gooder Show.
What's up? I'm Cosmo, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show. So grab a drink, park your ass, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing.
Hey, we got any more beer in here? All right, I'm sorry. I won't talk again. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead, Robbie.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
And stamp it.
I call it bass boat.
Bass boating?
If you ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that.
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smokin Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
Well, let me be straight up. I'm crazy Alexander from Giving Hell Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
This is Tom Fuentes from Smoking Onions, and you are watching the So Smokin Gooder Show. Stupid beer, damn!
This is Cesar Mejia with Smokin and Toastin Barbecues, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
Are you ready to turn up the heat?
1. Let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smokin Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guests, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smokin Gooder Show starts now.
Good evening. What up, Gooder Gang? Can y'all hear me? I think y'all can. Ty, give me the thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. I think y'all can hear me. It's good. It's just not coming out through my microphone, my headphones. That's fine. I'm with my son's headphones tonight. So, yeah, big ones. I can't find mine after the travel from American Royal, Kansas City, but that's okay. We're all good to go. Why am I so big on this screen? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to another Wednesday. We're excited to be back. We missed a week last week as we were traveling to Kansas City for the big American Royal blowout. It was a good time had by all. Hopefully you're able to have a good experience if you were able to go up and travel. Hopefully the travel was fine. Thankfully for us, we had no problems like we did last year. So that was good. Got to see a lot of our family and friends up there. It's a big family reunion, as people say, for the American Royal. We got to celebrate with some friends that killed it. Quite frankly, a lot of people from all over the country that we now know, and they're Gooder Gang members. Shout out to Shauna Tillotson with this Gooder Gang shirt. We'll have some of these. I'll get with her to make some because she sent me some to check out, and I love them. They're great. So if you were at the American Royal, please post that you were there. If we got to meet each other, I'd love to say hi. I did get to see a few of our Gooder Gang members. Steve Quint was there. I got to see Steve, and I got a picture with him. There I am with Steve Quint. He's in the comments right now. There he is right there. Rob, nice meeting you at the Royal. It was fun hanging out for a while. Let's go, Gooder Gang. Yes, he was a great person to meet. I love meeting people that watch this show. It's pretty cool. But tonight we're going to be talking all about the American Royal and the big weekend that was up there. We're going to have 3 guests. Two of them have been on the show before. We got one first timer, but all 3 of them were first timers to the American Royal. We're talking about Cesar Mejia from Smokin and Toastin. We've got Bobby Phillips with Can't Get Right Cookers. And we've got, of course, Buddy Northrup with Big Boys Barbecue. They all went up there and had an experience of their own. We're going to hear all about it. But before we do that, let me get my producer, the man behind the scenes doing it all. It's producer Ty. Get in here.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Doing good. Excited to hear about the recap for the American Royal. I'm repping the JC's Good Old Boys. They went up there and absolutely did awesome. So I can't wait for you to talk about that.
They're on my notes to share. They had a big, huge call on Sunday at the American Royal Open. Yes. Where's my favorite, our number one fan, top fan, Brian? Did you say hi to Eddie while you were there? Of course I said hi to Eddie while I was there. I got to see Eddie. Brian is pro Eddie, and so am I. But he's always got to bring Eddie in. But yeah, we got to see Eddie, and he was here on the show last week. Last time we did the show, he chimed in and rated some boxes. Right, Ty? Was that 2 shows ago, or was that last week?
Yeah, last time we were on, he
came
on and rated some boxes.
That's right. Anyway, as for us, my wife killed it. Team Bullhorn, we did okay. We're mid-pack. Last year, we finished 27th overall. Didn't quite work out this year. Got killed along with a lot of Team Texas, honestly, in the Invitational. I believe Phil Breeden got a big high walk with chicken on day 1 at the Invitational. I'm looking at the scores right now. Shout out to Rooters in Tutors, Tennessee. They were the grand champions on the Invitational day 1, and Triple H Barbecue, who's been on the show, Bill Hine. He was the RGC. They had a tremendous score. 710.8344 was the grand champion. Triple H with a 709.12. But yeah, Phil had a big, huge walk on Saturday at the Invitational. He was also 15th overall. Heavy Smoke, who's been on the show, was 27, getting basted. Smokin' Volts got to meet the guy out of California, and he's going to come on. Case. Yep, they do have barbecue in California. And then, of course, day 2. We'll get to all of that. Day 2 was the Open, the big 400-team contest, and we'll talk about how we all did there. Before we get to any and all of that, let's give some shout-outs to the Gooder Gang. Ty is going to play some music, and we are going to give some love to the people watching this show, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Here we go. First up in was I'll Tell You Later Barbecue. That is Chase Vincent. What's up, Gooder Gang? Ty said, hey, Chase, congrats on that GC a few weeks back. I hope Rob goes back and announces it on the wrap-up recap. Not this week, but I will catch up, I promise. Travel. A lot of traveling. Been on vacation, been in Kansas City. Larry Vaughn, afternoon from South Jersey, northbound with another load of monkey pickles. Don't know what that means, but okay. Texas Barbecue Bash, gang. Got to see Steve Quint. That's Jared McCrory. Evening, everybody. ZZ Top Fan. Evening, all. Jeffrey Michael Sistrunk. What's up, everyone? Sistrunk has some new rubs out. I've been seeing JMS rubs. Go ahead and check them out at the barbecue store. The real little grill. Great getting to hang out with Rob and Diane. That's Eric. Yes, sir. Thank you, Lucas Armstrong. Good evening, all. Bobby Stewart. My beer's cold in North Texas. It was cold this weekend. Shauna Tillotson. There she is. She did this shirt right here. Here we got Rapsack. Matt Casper. What's up? Mr. Keen Sharpen. What the hell happened to my $10 super chat? I have no idea. Smokin' D's Barbecue. What's up, everyone? Firebox Barbecue. What it do, gang? Robert Foreman. What's up? Aaron Tweeter. Kennedy. What's up, Eric? Aaron? No, it's Eric, right? And then we got to Eric Riojas. My man killed it out there. Loud and Heavy Barbecue had a great weekend. Larry Whitley, what's going on? Uwe Braun, welcome back, everybody. Great job, Texas. Yeah, Johnny Maggs in the house. Shaler Choppa, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? Jacob Kennedy, Cook Shack, what is do, my boys? Andy Reyes, Fat Cap, he was out there at the American Royal. Brandon Pearman, Sup Gooder Gang. Lance Bracco, good evening, y'all. Louis James, I got to hang out with him. The Royal was humbling. Glad to cook back in Texas. It was. Stephen Oler, Rockets kicking that ass. All right. Stephen Oler is also kicking that ass. We'll go over those results as well. AJ George, what's up from Ardmore? Jimmy Sproul, what's going on? Samantha Cherry, how are you? Fred Robles was on the stage with a perfect score in pork. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, fill me in, man. Let's go. I was just trying to stay warm out there. Sup, Gooder Gang? Ty sent 3 boxes to Martin Cobb email on Sunday morning. Man, he got them. Let's see who else we got. David Dunn, what's up? Welcome back to warmer weather. Yeah, no kidding. I'm lagging. Am I lagging, Ty? Am I lagging,
just a little bit.
I'll deal with it because I don't know what to do other than this point. My pits are burning. What's up, Bo Daniel? Lost in the smoke. John Turner, big second place brisket again. That's 2 years in a row, I believe. Adrian, what's going on? Who else we got here? Will McGraw. Will McGraw did well at the Royal. Yes, he did. Chris Hatcher, what's up? Got to see Chris. Sam Freeze, Ricardo Contreras, what's up? And there is Vanessa Perfect with her Vanessa Purvis. We should call her Vanessa Perfect now. All right. Hopefully the lag will catch up. We'll figure it out. I can restart here in a minute, and I'll let Ty come in here if it gets super bad. But let's get our guest in for tonight. We've got 3 of them. We're going to bring them all at the same time. First up, Cesar Mejia, Smokin' and Toastin'. Let's bring him in right now, Ty, please. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Rob? What's up?
How are you, man? You good?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I'm doing good.
All right.
Happy to be back in this weather, bro.
Yes, it is. It was quite the weather we had to deal with up there. All right. Second in, we've got Mr. Bobby Phillips from Can't Get Right Cookers. First timer to the show. What's up, Bobby? How are you, man?
Evening, everyone. I'm doing well. Finally thawing out.
Finally thawed out. And last but not least, we got Mr. Buddy Northrup from Big Boys Barbecue. What's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up, fellas? How are y'all?
Good. Is this lag too bad, or do I need to restart and get tied?
Man,
okay?
I got off of my iPad and got on my phone because you were faster on my phone than you were on my iPad. So,
all right, let's take bets to see if Cesar will make it through the show this time. Yeah, he'll be fine. He will be fine. Are we? We've got 4 on the screen, Ty. That might be tough, but we'll figure it out. Are we lubed up tonight, Cesar? No, that's the wrong word to say. That's the wrong. That is the wrong. We got Fireball is what I meant to ask.
If you know about the brand.
Oh, okay. We got some Bud Light. Are we lubed up? No, that is wrong show, people. Wrong show. Well, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Texas. That was a quite experience for everybody. I'm going to ask, I'm going to go around the room here, but Cesar, you've been on the show. Buddy's been on the show before, but Bobby, please introduce yourself to the Gooder Gang and let us know how long you've been cooking. I said your team name already. Can't Get Right Cookers. Currently living in the neighborhood I grew up here in Houston, Texas, right?
I am. Bobby Phillips, Can't Get Right Cookers, originally out of Pearland. We started this team in 2016, just doing small. They ended up being IBCA events and some Go Metro stuff, but been doing it pretty much my entire life. My dad chased Go Metro points every weekend that he had me, so it seemed like I was at a cook-off somewhere.
Yeah, I talked to you at the Royal, and you said you were kind of dedicating the event, the weekend, or at least you were going up there in honor of your dad, right?
Yep. Next week will be 5 years since he passed away, and he went in 2001 with Poke and Die Cookers. So they won Houston and went up there.
Nice. Wow, they won Houston. That's a big deal, man, for sure.
Back to back, won the ribs and then won the overall the next year.
Wow, pretty solid. And they got to go to the Royal. And did they have any success at the Royal?
They got smoked, absolutely smoked. As soon as they said lettuce, they didn't know what to do.
I remember a funny story. Bulldog Mountain Cooking Crew, they won Houston. I believe they also won once or twice. I know for sure once, maybe twice back to back, or somewhere, maybe in a span of twice 3 or 4 years. Anyway, they went to the Royal, and they didn't do so well as well. And I remember one of the guys said, "I know why they call it KCBS." And so he was not happy with the scoring there.
I definitely felt their pain after Saturday, for sure.
Yeah, Saturday was brutal. We'll talk about our results here, but why don't Mr. Buddy Northrup with Big Boys Barbecue start off, man? I got some questions for you about the Royal, man. What it's your first full year. Buddy is killing it right now in CBA. First full year cooking. I got to meet him less than a year ago in November in Cuero at the Last Chance Cook-Off. That was my first time to meet Buddy. And since then, he's dove headfirst into the sport, traveled to the Royal, got himself a walk out there, which is pretty awesome, brother. But I'm going to ask all of this to all of you guys. But the Royal, what is your first recollection of it? Like, when did you first hear about it? For me, it was on TV, the Barbecue Pitmaster show. How about you guys? Go around the room here? Cesar, what was your first knowledge of the American Royal? I'm sorry, Buddy. What was your first knowledge of the American Royal?
Man, just talking to all y'all guys and saying how y'all been there. How it's the biggest, the baddest. It's where you want to walk at. We go to all these bigger cook-offs and they're fun and all that, but everybody's still, you want to walk at the Royal, you want to go to the Royal. So I said, it's got to be something cool, so we might as well go up there and see what it's all about, and that's what we did.
Did it live up to how you put it up in your mind?
Man, that's an animal. That's a whole different animal. That's a lot of people. I've never cooked a KCBS, obviously. It's my first year, so we kind of learned as we went, man. A lot of videos, a lot of questions. A lot of Facebook searching. Kind of just seeing, where to start off at. We didn't even know where to start. How to make kale boxes, how to do this. Which route do we go? And that first day, man, there's no other way to say it, but that first day kicked our ass. I mean, from the minute I lit my pits, things started going haywire. But man, we turned it around. And I told a few people around us, Tom Clark and them across the street and all that, and I told Dakota Smith, she come walking over there. I said, y'all better put y'all's bootstraps on because I learned yesterday and I'm coming today. And, man, that's what we did, and it all worked out. It takes a lot of luck up there as well. It's not – by far is it not just skill with that many teams. There's luck that comes into it. But, man, I had my mind set on something, and, man, we got it accomplished, and it's a good feeling,
Yeah. Man, y'all did great. Was that your very first KCBS? Did you do
very
DVDs?
first? Nope.
Oh wow.
Very first. We watched. I told my wife, I said, go find Bill Purvis's kale making box video on any media platform that you can, and that's going to be. So y'all know me and Ty, my cooking partner, so our wives went with us. I said, y'all two find those videos, and that's going to be y'all's job is to make those boxes. If y'all don't do nothing else but make the boxes and walk them, that's all y'all got to do.
That's a
And
big one.
that's how it went, man.
How about you, Bobby? You said you've had some experience from of the Royal, at least from your dad. But did it live up to the hype for you, man? Was it you guys were way back in the 800 section too, man?
Yeah, I was over there by Minotti and Donald Keene. It was just that drive underneath the track is everybody says it's worth every penny, and it's 10 times more than that. It was probably one of the most cool experiences. We got there probably about 6:30, right at sunset. Sun's like going down on the backside of the grandstands. It was just all the things you dreamed of doing this. So.
Yeah, it's a special event for sure, especially for first time. I remember my first time out there for sure. But about you, Cesar, you've been around this sport for a while now.
I have,
right?
This is since 2018 we've been at it, but this was still my first KCBS also though. So, but I did hear about, that was my first.
Y'all got to come to Danny Dietz.
I haven't done Danny Dietz. I wanted to, but with the point chase this year, I really didn't want to squeeze a weekend out of that. But it was everything and more as far as the expectations go. I think when we first heard about it was definitely Pitmasters, Barbecue Pitmasters too. You see it on TV, you see the Royal, and that was, partially, I think that was like one of their first seasons or second seasons when they showcased the American Royal. But then talking to the barbecue fan, man, and finding out about how prestigious the event is and how chasing a ribbon really, right, is means so much to so many, right? And so building that relationship to a cook-off and saying, hey man, I want to drive through the tunnel, I want to experience all of that, was epic, right? And then to be able to pull off a walk was even better than what we hoped for, right? Because we went out there and just said, hey, we're gonna run what we run and see how it goes and try to adjust, but had no idea how much adjusting I was gonna do from day one to day two, based on the timeline. And that was my biggest, I think, learning curve was, man, those times, they come so quick, right? And the turn-ins come so quick, and you got to be processing things while you're plating things almost, right? And so I think day one, man, I would have thrown something at somebody if they came and talked to me and asked for a fireball shot. But man, it was awesome. It was an awesome experience, and we got there early enough to try to fight the wind and all of that we knew was going to happen, right? And park our trailer in a way that, I mean, I had a huge shelter because Buddy was on one side and John was on my other side, and I have a tiny trailer, so they blocked the wind for me for the most part. But had I gotten there late, I may have not been able to done that. So all those little things that we could do, we just tried to control them.
The wind was a big factor. We'll go over day two because day one wasn't so bad. Actually, Thursday, Friday, actually Saturday it came in right as we were cooking.
Yeah,
it started coming, and there was a little bit of rain involved on day one. But yeah, the elements are a big part. You're in a big racetrack, and there's nothing to block the wind unless you have properly set up your camp. Unlike us, but we were in the RV park where we had to park north to south, and that wind was coming from the north, so there was no blocking the wind for us. But if you were able to prep for that definitely helped out your situation. That's even Tim Kirkendall from Renegade Barbecue, who had a big chicken call on day two. He was telling me, he's like, you should really park your trailer the other way. I was like, well, I can't, we have to park them this way to block it. But regardless, everybody was fighting the elements. Everybody was fighting the wind. Day two, the cold weather came, guys. It was 30, low 30s with wind chill. It was in the 20s. They had 15 mile an hour wind constant with 30 plus mile an hour gusts. It was cold. How did you guys, Bobby, do you have a trailer? Or do you cook outside? I know Buddy has a nice feed trailer.
I borrowed a little enclosed similar to yours from Sean Moore with Chasing More Smoke. And
okay.
Thank God I had that, because we would have been I have a big offset pit that's got walls on it, but or gull wings, but it doesn't block anything, and we would have been properly screwed for sure. So thankfully, we had another buddy give us some walls for the tent. It was nice. Or I say it was
saw
nice.
Jason.
It was nice it could be.
I saw the black chasing more smoke trailer. I didn't know that was you. I thought that was him. I just didn't see him all weekend, but that was you in there. Yeah, that helps for sure. Buddy's living in comfort in his nice big red trailer. Cesar, he's an outdoor warrior too.
That was the way to go there. That it was, at one point it was 73 degrees on my porch. So that was it. Kind of made it nice. A lot of people make fun of my big old fan, and I hate it too. On top of my trailer back there, but you talk about cooking in the cold. We shut them gold wings down. We left one cracked about, I don't know, half an inch or so. And we turned that big old fan up. And me and Big Boy, we just sat back there on our chairs and let it heat up. And of course, the first time we did it, we ran out of gas in the generator right as it got warmed up. So we had to go back out there and get cold again. But no, we didn't. Can't complain too much. That trailer was definitely worth it for this weekend.
Hey Ty, if you can go and find Cesar's TikTok that he did at the American Royal, it's gold. It's pretty awesome. We want to share that one. But Cesar, you cook outside, man. You said you had the big boys blocking you, but it was
still cold.
It was still bad.
I think when we looked at I think I took a screenshot. Low 30s feels like 10 or whatever, and it felt every bit like 10 that weather app described, man. But yeah, we're cooking outside. I have a tiny trailer. It's smaller than yours, Rob. So, I mean, we don't all fit in there. So it's just one person that's the one that's working, which is me, in and out. My wife's sitting in the truck for the most part, coming in and out, working on whatever she might be working on, but for the most part, trying to beat it. And then just trying to stay warm as much. I mean, we put our chairs as close as we could to the drums just to see if we can get any heat off of them while we're all bundled up. I went to Walmart and bought a heater. And it's wild because when we left Tuesday, we had seen the forecast and it's like, wasn't horrible, it was like manageable, but I guess in between Tuesday and Wednesday, that forecast shifted to where I wish I would have brought more things that I didn't, so I didn't bring a heater. I didn't bring a lot of thermal wear, stuff like that. And finding big boy thermals ain't easy, man. So we just suffered through it. Whatever we had, I put on. So
I heard it was going to be cold, and my bad, I didn't realize how cold it was going to be. But it got whenever Kansas weathermen are telling, hey, bundle up, it's going to be a rare, cold day, and it was like, this is I wasn't ready for that. There's Tim Kirkendall in the comments. Fred Robles is in the comments. He had a big walk out there. John Turner, I mentioned earlier. Some of us did as well, but I'll tell you what, Bobby, for being pretty much new at this one, is for KCBS 104 on day 2. Got to feel pretty good about that. How'd you feel about your cook all day long? And I'm going to ask each one of you guys, what were you most confident in? We'll just talk about day 2. What were you most confident in day 2, and did it show up for you, or did something else score higher? Go ahead, Bobby.
Well, I mean, I was completely destroyed after the first day. I mean, last page of the leaderboard, it didn't have much room to go the other way, so I just said to hell with it. Had a lot of good people come pop in the trailer. John Tierna came in, gave me a couple pointers. Stephen White next door to me with meat shots gave me some really good pointers and pork. And, I pretty much cooked the exact same brisket I've done for 2 years and just sweetened it up as much as I possibly could. And that's always the one I'm most confident in. But, I guess Stephen's pointers worked out because pork was our best. So we were 104 with a 300 place chicken. So,
what'd you go with?
I'm sorry.
What did you cook? Thighs, wings, legs, thighs. Okay.
I'm an IBCA guy. I cook half chickens. That's all I know. So I'm still trying to figure that out. So if we get that, turn that in a little bit, we get maybe in the top 40. So
that's that one hurts. But man, you still had your other 3 proteins had to be up there pretty good. You remember your placings?
High 60s in the ribs, 65th, I think, in the pork, 78, 79th in the brisket. I think our best was 47th in turkey.
Eric from Loud and Heavy is he's with you there because our man had 3 calls on day 2, and I was hoping, you never know how it is, but I was really hoping that we'd hear Loud and Heavy there at the very end. But Eric, you had a hell of a day, man. You had a hell of a day 2. He said F chicken, and I feel you, brother. Although Tim Kirkendall, day 2 with a big first place chicken. His Tim Kirkendall Renegade Barbecue out of Fort Worth.
I was
first
sitting
place
next to
chicken. I think he had a second place on day 1 and a first place day 2.
I was sitting next to him on day 2, and he was completely in shock. He didn't think. He stood up and just started walking. No, he didn't know what the hell was going on.
It's pretty all, and you see how many people are out there in the parking lot. Somebody asked, was it a down year? I feel like it was. There was 409 teams, or 401, I think was the total on day 2. I've been there when it was, 600, I think. This was I think I've been doing it since 18. So it was like, it was down. The vibe actually felt a little down. I don't know. This is y'all's first time, but it did feel like there was a little more open spaces. There wasn't a lot of the foot traffic on Friday as there normally is, but all the big boys were there, guys. So don't worry about that. All the big boys were that you would think that are in the KCBS world, and a lot of Texas teams traveled up as well. But without Texas, man, they would have been quite a few down. We had a big representative show up from down south to go up there. We didn't do so well on day 1. How'd you guys do day 1? I mean, I feel like Texas was.
Man, let me tell you something. There was 157 teams, and I was 155th on day 1.
I think I was 154.
I was 150, I think.
Yeah.
It was shitty. I know that.
It was not good. I'm telling y'all, day 1 kicked my ass from the minute I woke up. I think I tripped coming out the trailer, and it was downhill from there.
Yeah, I was looking and down, and then it was like we were 133, Sure Shot 131, Bighorn 130. So a lot of solid. Texas Meat Shots 124. I think Fred did pretty well on day 1. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
LC was 15th.
Minotti was up there.
LC was 15th. Pitfather Eddie was 33rd. Rio Valley 35. Reggie Q 40. Love Barbecue Jeremy McMinn. Yeah, it was then they won. Day 1 is the certified, a lot of the certified master cross rifles 9th. Did I miss? I'm sorry. I sure did. Cross rifles, Chris Davis 9th. John Turner 57, day 1. He's saying in there. Who got party of the year? Believe I can run for it. Go for it,
did.
Sean Trainer. Did you win party of the year? We did not compete. We are retired. Yes. Thanks for the reminder. Stephen White, Meat Shots in the house. It was day 1 was rough, man. The certified, a lot of those. Eric is in the comments, little gringo, Eric Cantrell, he's certified master judge. How many of those guys are master judges that were judging on day 1? Because they were not kind to a lot of the teams out there. Fat Cap 19th on there. Yeah, I'm just kind of skimming over these, but if I miss one, y'all put them in the comments because but yeah, of course, Rooters and Tutors killed it. Triple H, Bill Hine, has been on the show, killed it. But did y'all bring any extra like drums or any extra something that y'all normally don't do for the Royal? No.
I bought a Backyard Beast.
And did you adjust to the? Yes, right. Backyard Beast, you won on our raffle for sure. But Cesar, how about you, man? You run your same drums and everything, just sped it up, huh?
I was breaking in a new drum, but Yeah, same drums, and then with my pit boss that I have, the cabinet smoker. I mean, that thing, MVP out there, because I was able to wrap stuff up and just throw it in the pit boss, which was really helpful. And I had it cornered in to where, I mean, it didn't fluctuate temperature. It was outside, right? But it still was covered, blocked to where that thing stayed at. I think I had it like at 275, and it just stayed there all day.
That's great. Charles Kramer, I packed everything but the damn kitchen sink. Lone Star Smokestacks. He's another guy.
Hey,
Day
he got
one,
a
I don't
badass
think
rib call on day
he
2.
did. He did. But how
Thanks
about
for the margaritas, Chuck?
Bo Daniels from Totally Bodacious? No call, like 14th overall on day 2. I mean,
that was awesome.
People. It was a lot of successes out there. Bailey's Barbecue, I believe that is Will McGraw. I don't know if Will's in the comments, but there's Bo.
He killed
Day
it day
one,
one.
he was 85th. That's doing great, Bo. 85th on day 1. That's solid. But yeah, he had a no call, 14th overall, day 2. Little Gringo says the real Little Gringo. The majority of the judges on day 1 were master certified barbecue judges. At my table on day 1, we had over 1,200 contests combined amongst those 6 judges. It does lead me to a good where's it at? Brian Fox. Did y'all see Bill's text that he got that he posted? Did y'all see that earlier today?
I saw it.
I'm gonna go find it real quick and read it verbatim so that we can talk about it, because that was interesting. And Little Gringo, I'd like your comments on this one too. But Bill got a text earlier this morning, and I don't see it on his page. I think it was on his chicken fried page. Let me do that, because this is interesting, guys. I want to talk about this. This is cool. Here it is. Bill got a text at 7:12 this morning, and Bill wrote, got the below message from a KCBS certified master judge whom I don't know, who said after looking at my turn-in photos on Facebook, he'd deduct a point for taste before he actually tasted it. Something tells me they're not trained in that fashion, but if he is a master certified barbecue judge, then he is responsible for mentoring the new judges coming up, ? Not calling out anyone's name, but this is the mindset. Anyway, the message reads, glad you got home safely as a certified master barbecue judge with 260 contests judged and or table captained. I looked at your pictures. Personally, I don't like too much sauce on your entries. To me, looked over sauce. Without actually trying your entries, here's where it gets interesting. Without actually trying your entries, I would deduct a point for appearance and probably a point for taste. It's a meat contest, not a sauce contest. Again, that's just my opinion. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Ty. Here's where I get where it bothers me here. He says, without even tasting it, I would deduct a point. That to me doesn't seem right. Little Gringo, if you want to chime in, you're welcome to here. I know you may not want to. Bill and I already discussed it. I will text you, Rob. Okay. It's on chicken fried. Yeah, I saw it. It's definitely a sauce contest. It's definitely a sauce contest anymore. It does feel like a kind of a, you text me that early and I'm blocking your number, says John Turner. Thoughts on that, Cesar?
Man, I don't really feel like I have a dog in the fight,
no
bro.
one's watching.
It's my first KCBS, man, but I think just based on what they're saying, I think that they're already premeditating what they're looking for, right? And so that's not I think their ethics are a little off there, right? When it comes to judging and to be a master or whatever. I don't know how that works, right? But it sounds like they're high on the totem pole right there or whatever. I think
they've got to go through extra training.
Like,
they have to
like a lead trainer, I feel like, right? So they're molding some.
They actually have to follow a team through a contest. Eric can shed some more light on that. But from what I understand, they have to have a certain amount of contests under their belt. They also have to shadow a team so they can see what goes on in a trailer behind the scenes. And And there's probably also some other steps. I'm okay with saying personally he doesn't like a lot of sauce. I mean, because right, I mean we all have our preferences.
But I think to
the fact
pretext it like you're going to deduct one just by the appearance of it on taste.
Yeah.
I think that's that's wrong, because either he's gonna murder every box that's on there, right, or he's not if he finds the taste that he likes in barbecue sauce, which kind of concerns me, right? But I mean, man, I just went to cook, dude, so I had again, he probably murdered me. I don't know. So many takes, so many judges tables there. I just went to throw something in the box, and whatever happened happened.
Buddy, how'd you feel when you saw that, or did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it. Man, I think we have a disadvantage going up there anyway. I think because they see so many KCBS boxes, and we don't cook that many of them down here. So, I mean, that's what I was told was, hey, use more sauce and make it sweeter. I didn't like it. I didn't like the taste of any of my food, to be honest with you. But I figured, yeah, that's what they wanted, so that's what I turned in. I definitely think they could. I think there's a way that they see with that many teams. You know, I feel like they know what we turn in and what others turn in. I think everybody's on to something when they say there's a lot of Blues Hog. Man, I got one bottle of Blues Hog in my trailer. I'll be honest with you, I don't use that much. I use their seasonings. I don't use that much of their sauce. So mine wasn't covered. My chicken had no Blues Hog on it. So there's that. But I got some tips from some other people about the sauce and what to do with it, and I did it. And hell, they got us up there. So.
Let me read Little Gringo's comment. I didn't see it. Ty posted it up there. It would be different if it was someone that Bill actually knew and he knew Bill to give him his feedback, but out of the blue to provide that is a little much. Yeah. It just goes to show, because like we've all heard, right, when you go up, they like it a little more saucier up there, but maybe that's not the case, but I still feel it is the case. So yeah, he must not, I think Brandon Perriman, there's not one KCBS box picture I've ever seen from the regular KCBS competitors that doesn't appear to be super saucy. He must not give anyone high scores. Yeah. They're supposed to judge them on their own merit, right? And maybe that sauce compensates for a little heat. You never know, right? So until you take that bite, I mean, appearance scores is one thing, but deducting it before you take a bite, that doesn't sit right with probably a lot of 100% of most barbecue competitors. I'd rather you taste it and then judge it rather than give a taste or just deduct it, mentally before you even take a bite. Give me that brisket box and then let me take a run with it. I didn't read the rest of that. That was a beautiful box. I wouldn't beat any of those boxes up, and not saying that because Bill and I are friends. Yeah, I mean, it's different. There's a difference between sweeter and over saucing. Anyway, enough. We can talk about that more if we want, but yeah, I mean,
I know that guy didn't judge my day one boxes, man, because I didn't have enough sauce.
Yeah, that was one thing I did alter on day one. That's one thing I did alter from day one to day two was I did go a little more sauce heavy because y'all hear me on the show all the time. I like the baked in sauce, right?
Me too.
The viscosity is too much. Sometimes y'all hear me say that all the time, but I did have to rethink because after day one, feeling like I got hammered with a 132, which I did. I had to change it up, and I went definitely sauce heavier on day two, and it helped in the scores. We won our rib table. That was good. I felt that was actually my question to you guys, what y'all felt best about it. Mine was, we felt great about ribs, man. They were great. We had fourth last year. I thought these were better than last year, but we won our rib table, still finished 80th. And the scores here, if you look at the scores on day two, you got some teams with the same score that, there's 10, 12 spaces. Yeah, a lot of ties and a lot of teams that are stacked up like that. So when you got that many teams out there, 400 teams, you're going to have that. Any half point, quarter point will drop you a number of spots in the positioning. But, we're all out there for that big square trophy and sit in that throne. Shout out to Wags Backyard Barbecue. He's out of Iowa. Nice. Nice. And Old Virginia Smoke, old Luke Darnell with the RGC on day 2. Overall experience, guys, what'd you think?
It was awesome. I totally think it's a winnable contest, man. And I don't want to sound like a cocky bastard or anything, but it
You
was. I
cocky
mean, it's
bastard.
just it isn't as crazy as far as I mean, man. You're only going up against 6 other plates, right? Because I didn't really know how that judging stuff was work. I was figuring out as I went, like I was there talking to folks, but man, I won a few tables myself, and so it's like after that, you can just only hope that they score decently, and see where it lands. But it was an awesome time, and I definitely think that contest is something I want to take another crack at.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely be back.
I saw Eddie's comment. I don't know why people get hung up on it. Real quick. I won my table as 100th. Every table is going to have a winner. Yeah, but it really matters on the tables, like who you have on the judges. The table averages, if you win your table, you're going. I mean, the teams on my table were pretty solid. They're all great KCBS cooks. So that's what matters is table averages. And if you win your table and you're on a bad table, that's why people mention that. That's why I mentioned it. I can't speak for anybody else, but that's why I mentioned it. What'd you say, buddy?
I mean, I'll definitely be back. I'm like Cesar, man. I think there's room for improvement, and that's like anything else you do. That was both of our first year, man. We got up there, we learned more about it. Next year, we ought to be able to come in there a little bit stronger and a little bit more prepared.
Absolutely, Bobby.
I'd definitely roll the dice one more time, at least, because it's a big crapshoot. Number one, it's like cooking Houston, but I think it's a lot more doable, like Cesar said, than Houston is. So I definitely want to go back.
Well, Bobby, I know you did well. You did well, especially being your first one up there. I feel like you did well on day 2. We all recovered and did well on day 2. Cesar, you got to walk, man. What would you walk in?
We walked in chicken, of course, right? 14th place in chicken, man. It was awesome, man. Day and night from day 1 to day 2, we ran legs, and I really sauced them up day 2. I thought going into day 2, the appearance wasn't the best, to be honest, right? Like, even though they were really, really heavily glazed, I had one of those little bones kind of protruding through the front of the leg, but I put it in the front, and I screwed up. I was like, when I saw the picture, it was too late to do anything about it, and so I just ran it. But I tasted the leg, and it was good. So I was like, man, whatever happens, happens. And yeah, we ended up with a 14th place walk. It was so cool to hear your name being called, and going to find the square up there and stuff. Like, all those are experiences that you will forever stay with you. So really cool. Now you're on mute, Rob.
Where were you sitting in the awards on when you heard that call?
I was sitting off to the left of the stage. If you're looking at it, I was there with right behind Bill Purvis and crew.
Yeah.
But man, we were just like, man, we just want to hear a damn name. I don't care if it's in. I didn't care if it came in sides. I didn't care what it came in. I just wanted to hear the guy on the stage say Smokin and Toastin at that point, And so when it came in chicken, it was such a relief, because they still had all the other categories to go. And I'm like, hey, man, we already heard it. So, that's all that matters.
And y'all had a perfect score dessert too. You posted pictures online.
That was so awesome. I mean, I put so much effort into that dessert. I ran it a couple times here in Texas at the local cook-offs, and it didn't score too hot. And I'm like, man, the dessert's great. It's I ran a carrot cake cheesecake. Basically has carrot cake as a crust and cheesecake on the top. And we decorated, Dia de los Muertos themed, and man, it looked great. It came out as good as I could have hoped. I think I got a little bit of water in my water bath when I was baking them, but there was a texture issue on one of them, and I got a feeling that one guy that didn't give me the perfect score got that one cake. But there's nothing I can do because I only had 8. I did 8 of them, and I turned in 7 because um, didn't like the way it looked aesthetically with just one cake at the bottom of the tier. So I wanted to add another 2 skulls down there to make it look kind of a little bit more better on the eyes. And so I stayed with a thinner cake that, because it was a little thin, I kept it, we kept it a chase, but the texture was perfect. But man, it was awesome. It was awesome to find that out when I found out that we were, I think, 21st place and perfect score. I'm like, man, that felt just as good. Reading that, it felt just as good as a chicken call.
Jackie, that $2 ribbon does mean a lot. Yes, it does. I remember
It sure
first time
does.
Chase and I would come on this show and talk about how you're out there going for a ribbon, like those field day ribbons. But they are special. It was something that was like, man, we're all out there for these little field day ribbons. But yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, when you get a call out there, it is special.
Yeah, and
For
I,
sure.
I
Yeah,
think Brian asked if we did. I did 14. For 14 categories. All the barbecue and all the sides and stuff like that. I mean, it was wild, man. Just I really let the sides down. I felt like we turned in brisket, and I was so relieved. And I underestimated having like an hour and a half before the first side turn in, that I started my vegetable very late, and especially the potato, which did the best, and didn't look great. Um, but it was such an experience, and I think, already game planning for next year. It's like, man, dude, we can totally prep some of that stuff ahead of time, so that I'm not there in that hour and a half before the first turn in, like scrambling to cook some of that stuff. So I'm looking forward to that part of it. It's like taking another crack at the sides, and really we had a good side. We had some really good tasting sides, but they weren't the best. And I knew that going in. They just didn't have all of our focus and effort into them.
Did you start cooking them after turn-ins, or did you have them staged at all?
No, I didn't have them
No, yeah.
staged. I didn't have them staged, and I was scrambling. At one point I quit potato. I think I quit potato like 3 times. I was like, dude, I'm not turning in potato. I was telling Frank and Cindy, and I was like, I'm not turning. You know what? I'm not gonna sacrifice dessert for the fucking potato because I had to do so much things for the dessert. And I was like, I'm not gonna sacrifice one for the other. And then I ended up still getting it cooked, at least to where it was, we were able to throw it in the box. But I think the big lesson there is you got to start that way earlier and just have it, just stage to cook. Even I think would have been better than starting to cook right after brisket. I think that was our biggest mistake.
Bobby, did you cook everything?
Just turkey. I asked my
Okay.
wife if she wanted to do anything, and she said absolutely not. We have a 2-year-old, so she wanted to get the hell out of town and relax. So, but the whole time we're sitting there, she was asking questions to our neighbors and stuff like that. So if we go back next year, I think we're definitely going to dive into it.
Yeah. And Buddy, I know y'all did, right?
Yeah, all we did was turkey. That's all we.
Oh, all you did was turkey.
Cooked, yeah, Ty cooked the turkey, man. I let Ty do that. So that's all we did. For our first year, I wanted to focus on just the meat, And next year, the wife's already, she fell in love with Cesar's dessert. She's like, we're doing something like that next year. She's like, we're gonna go all out. We're gonna do it all. So if y'all are willing to jump in it, let's do it.
I'll ask you about your big walk, Buddy, here in just a second. But Cesar, that's the first time I've heard anybody say carrot cake cheesecake. Most people do a pecan brownie or caramel pecan, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty unique, I think. I would love to. You need to try that. You were always passing around the flan while you were out.
Yeah.
Now we need you to make these when there's a dessert category for sure.
I had one left, and we cut it up. I gave some to who I could, But definitely, man, next time I make some, I think our carrot cake kills, so we just combined carrot cake and cheesecake because I wanted to do my flan, right? I really did, but I think that they would have thought it was a weird textured cheesecake and it would have got destroyed.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "What the
So
hell is that? What is that?"
yeah, so everyone says, even on YouTube videos and on all these podcasts that cheesecake wins. So I'm like, we have to try to implement a cheesecake into this, but also make it stand out, man. And there were so many beautiful desserts out there, including yours and Diana. So many beautiful desserts
Diane.
out there. Walking in there, and you're like, oh, we're screwed. Like that's how we're thinking. Man, these people put freaking coffee on their dessert, and we're like, what the hell? Like, we're done. And that's all we could think of. So not knowing where you landed until you're driving home, basically, is man, it gets your mind thinking like, I wonder how we did, and to hear that we got a perfect score was super rewarding to us.
Oh yeah, you do. You put a lot of effort in that for sure. Well, Tim's watching right now. He asked about Diane. I have pictures of her cheesecake here in just a second. But I remember his wife Phyllis. The very first year I don't know the first year they were there, but the first year she competed in the dessert, she saw all the parade of the desserts, and people are walking with these huge trays, right? And Cesar, we saw yours and whatnot. And she didn't realize that she had her dessert in a box, and she was so defeated. She was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you could do this out of the box." And so I don't really tease her, but I always remember that first year. And but she's killing it now.
I think I saw the video on the I think it was on the Barbecue League or somewhere that they did a video of like the dessert turn in. I don't know who did it, but it was on YouTube. And man, that was like, man, there's some wild dessert turn in. So that's where we started thinking outside the box and saying, okay, we need to really make sure that it looks presentable. Like it can't just be a single, like I wanted to kill it with my own theme, right? And so that's what we did. Fred tried it. I know Fred and Yachty tried it.
Yeah, he said he was lucky enough to try some. 38 perfect scores in dessert and 13 perfects, including my wife's and Vanessa Purvis's.
Mhm.
And I'm sure somebody else, but there was my wife's her creation right there. It was a brownie bottom cheesecake. Somebody said it looked like something you'd find at an ice cream parlor, but it was gorgeous. Oh, you said that. Yeah, it was gorgeous. Had a cherry on top with some whipped cream, but it's like a swirl chocolatey caramel with a brownie bottom cheesecake, and she absolutely killed it. And that's how we presented it right there on one of them Prairie Fresh chopping blocks. And yeah, it looked absolutely phenomenal. It was good. Cheesecake question: what is the best way to get clean cuts? Do you serve it warm or cold? I can tell you what my wife did. It was cold, and she heated up her knife, and then let it slide down into it.
That's what I would do.
Absolutely.
I actually talked to Diane the night before because I was debating on slicing my little 4-inch, because I did 4-inch round whole cheesecakes, but I was debating doing slices because I just felt like maybe they want slices, right? But I didn't have time for that shit. So even if I wanted to, it's not gonna happen. So I kept them whole, and I was like, man, they're getting what they're getting, and maybe next year I'll plan for slices, because I do think that the dessert I made, it presents itself better in slice form because they know that they're getting a layered dessert, right? Whereas this, it kind of just looks like a crust with a cheese. They don't know that it's really carrot cake underneath, but man, it
didn't hurt you.
If you want to slice it, heat up your knife. Yeah, for sure.
Do you think you have to go all out for dessert if you have a great dessert, if presentation isn't a big factor? I think in this contest, Brian, you have to have a perfect score to even get on stage. So, and even so, they only call out 15, right? 15 places. I can't remember. Yeah, but 13 of them were perfect. So yeah, you gotta present, have a great product, and get lucky. But buddy, speaking of walking, you got a big call out there, man.
Yeah, man,
Talk about it.
chicken. Man, our chicken's been doing good.
Legs.
Yeah, we did legs. The first day I made a joke. I told everybody, man, I've only cooked legs like 3 or 4 times. I started doing them and turning them in with my half chicken. At some CBA comps just to get the practice, And man, like I said, my nerves and everything else on day one, man, I put them things on the pit and I got them off and put them in a butter bath and I put them on the pit and I was like, yeah, like this is going good. Like we're turning it around. And man, I went to check my brisket and there was my pan of chicken legs. And man, I opened that pan. It looked like I put a black cat in each chicken leg and just lit it on fire. Dude, dude, it was awful, man. There was bones sitting in the pan. There was meat everywhere. I was like, oh no. So luckily I had 6 that all just had busted skins. Meat didn't look too bad, so we did what we could day one. And day two, man, I just kept telling myself from the minute I woke up, like, hey, burp the legs, burp the legs. And sure enough, we got it. We did it day two, man. When I put those legs in the box and like Cesar said, I tasted that one of them. After I put it in the box, and man, the taste and texture was money. To me they looked great in the box. I knew we at least had a fighting chance with chicken. You ask about the other boxes, man. I thought my brisket was pretty money. They did not think my brisket was money. I think they thought it was change. 'Cause we didn't do too good in brisket.
We got
But
2 chicken
man,
guys here.
my chicken. I've been chasing Caesar all season, man. I've been right behind him for a long time. And so it was cool, man. We got up there 22nd, and we're staying on our little deal. And I don't think we knew anybody between us and Caesar, man. They caught Caesar and me and Ty. Man, me and Ty jumped up and down. We hugged each other for Caesar walking up there. Then we had to go find him. I don't even think he got on his number good enough. And we were like, man, where's he at? We got to go find him. It's cool to see. Man, I'll give Stacy Hale some credit. Me and her got in I'll say a conversation about winning. I was like, man, I came here to win, And she's like, if you get a ribbon, you better be happy. And I'm like, man, a ribbon ain't nothing. I was like, you want to get on stage. That's just how I've always been with anything I do. I want to be the best. Man, my wife was tearing up. I was tearing up. Everybody was tearing up. We were standing up there on that big number 22. And I told Stacey, I messaged her. I said, I just want to tell you, you're right. And I was like, after realizing who was there, who I was against, and being able to walk, and then seeing some friends up there with you, man, it was bittersweet for sure, and it was definitely the highlight of my barbecue career so far.
It's special. You teared up, and then it froze up right on you because it was cold.
Man, quick.
Now we're bundled up, man. It's in the show. Show prep.
I'm fat, but this fat don't do nothing for the cold, man. I'm a 100-degree guy.
If we're talking chicken, I got to give shout outs to Phil Breeden, second place on day one. And Tim Kirkendall is in the comments tonight. He was second place. I'm sorry. He was first place day 2. He won. He's a world champion chicken cook right there. Tim Kirkendall from Renegade Barbecue, Texas team right there. It did well. And of course, we celebrate everybody, but man, I'm just looking at this. Yeah. Porky Butts 25th, Big Boys 22, Fire at the End of the Day 21, Slaps 18, Rooters and Tutors 16, Smokin and Toastin 14, Machete Boys 12. I love it when they say damn fine, Beef and Swine 10, Loot and Booty 8, and of course, Renegade number 1. Shout out to those guys. That's pretty awesome with that crowd there. I'm looking at ribs right now. Lone Star Smokestacks. Charles Kramer's in the comments. 7th place. A big rib walk there. I love the Smoky D's Wannabes team name 10. Tiny E, Timmy Esch with 11th place rib. Loud and Heavy, Eric Riojas in the comments. 14th. Rafter C, Steve Cumby. 15th. JDQ 18th. Slaps 20th. Old Virginia Smoke 22, Smoking Wizard 26, Totally Bodacious 28. Great calls. Let's see here. Pork, Heavy Smoke, Chris Schaefer. He's been on the show. He's in our So Smoking Gooder Show Fantasy Football League. Tom Clark, Tom and Jen, JC's Good Old Boys with a big 180. Let's get producer Ty in here. How are you feeling, Ty?
I mean, I was excited as hell. I didn't get to go with them this weekend, but I heard about it pretty quickly. I saw some of the posts, and I was texting back and forth. But yeah, it's cool because, as everybody says on social media, Tom Clark knows pork, and he's a great guy. He does so much for the barbecue culture, so much for the people that are coming and going. So big shout out to Tom Clark and Jim Lee for that second place pork.
That was a huge call. That was great to see. They were also doing some badass karaoke on Wednesday night along with Buddy.
That's what they call it these days, huh?
At Camp Bullhorn on was that Wednesday night? Shit.
Yeah, that was Wednesday night. Man, we barely touched down and we were singing karaoke.
Yes, that's how we roll, bro. That's how we do it. Let's see here. Tom Clark, JC's Good Old Boys, Tom and Jen. Let's see here. Shake and Bake, Tim Shear, 9. Wags Barbecue, they eventually won. They were 13th. Cherry Anchor out of California. I got to meet that young man, 15th. Smoke Show Barbecue, Donald Keene, 18th. Let's see. Chicken Fried Barbecue, Bill Purvis in the house, 23rd. Loud and Heavy, Eric, 24th. Getting Basted, 25th. Nice job. All right, let's go to brisket because all of us are cooking a chop and block brisket. Shout out to Mr. John Turner in the house with those amazing products that he supplies. But yeah, he has them beefcakes, man, them badass briskets. Swinolicious was first place with a 180, followed right behind by the Chop and Block John Turner with a 180, Reggie Q with a 180, Rooters and Tooters, Cherry Anchor again with a 180, Loud and Heavy, 178.88, Eric, 3 calls. He already said F chicken earlier in the show, so we know what he did there. Let's see here. Porky Butts, 19th. Janky Leg, 23rd. Fat Cap, Andy Reyes, 29. Heavy Smoke, 30th. Okay. Yeah, just there's 400 teams out there, man. 400 teams. Get in where you fit in, man. It was a good time, man, for sure. Any comment, any questions for the people on the panel tonight? If you have questions, first timers, man. Did y'all do anything different like you would normally do at a CBA concert? And we talked about the sauce, but what I'm saying is like, you mentioned no one brought anything different, or did you try something that you wouldn't do down here? Did you try it up there? That maybe somebody got in your ear, you heard, or you saw, or something like that?
Man, on day 2, there was some people, and I had heard it before. I just wasn't gonna do it, being hard headed. But I had a few people that are like, "Man, you need more sauce, and try double dunking, your ribs, chicken, stuff like that. Set the sauce for a short time and then dunk it before you put it in the box." And I did, and I'll give it to them. I mean, my boxes looked a lot better on second day. So that little tip was one thing that helped. Another thing from day 1, man, I think I spent more time cleaning the edge of my boxes from trying to put more sauce on stuff and just having it on my gloves and trying to set stuff from the boxes. And man, day 1 was just a mess. And had somebody else told me about the wet paper towel deal around the edge of the boxes. You talk about a lifesaver on the second day, especially with dunking them twice like that. Man, that saved me, I know, at least a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So that was a big step.
Rosewood Ranch Texas raised Wagyu beef just wins. Yeah, we can't forget about day one. Invitational. I don't know why it doesn't get the love that the Open does, because obviously there's more teams, but the same teams are in both days. Rooters and Tutors was the grand champion. Triple H was the RGC. I already mentioned LC with a chicken call. He was second. Smokin' Volts was first out of California. Bailey's Barbecue, Matt, eighth.
John.
That's one. I don't know what that is. Wags was okay. Let's see here. Luton Booty, 18th. Renegade, 19th. Fergalicious, 20th. Man Meat, 21. Let's see here. Let's go. First Class, 29. Pork Ribs, Getting Basted, 1. Kermit's Sex. No, it's Kermit's X, but it sounds like Kermit's Sex. Kith and Kin, 3rd. Let's see. Rio Valley, 7th place in pork ribs on day 1. Slaps, 9. What else we got here? Rollin' Smoke, Barbecue, Texas, 22. Fat Cap, 30. Let's go here. Pork. Rio Valley, 3rd with a 180. Thank you very much. Badass. Have you tried his sauce, guys? Did y'all try his sauce? I did. Loved it.
I tried it today. It's pretty good.
Cross Rifles, 15th. Smokin' Volts, 17th. Iowa Smoky D's, 22nd. Cherry Anchor, 24. Loud and Heavy, 27 in pork, day 1. And then Brisket. Cross Rifles, 9. Make sure I'm not forgetting somebody. Bailey's again, 15. LC, 14. Bailey's, 15. Chop and Block, 18. They love him. They love them some chop and block brisket out there. 24 was Reggie Q.
Nope.
Badass, man. Badass. All right. And we went over that. Diane Carey, Team Bullhorn. Perfect dessert. They do a randomizer. There were 13th perfects. And from what I understand, Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, it goes to a randomizer. Maybe it's a wheel randomizer like we do raffles. That's how they determine 1st through 13th in there. So she killed it on her dessert. She also had a perfect 180 4th place potato. She did scallop potatoes, and they were amazing. She made a full pan. We ate them for breakfast on day 2. It was amazing. She did awesome. It's just
what place was
it is the Royal is something I hope. What's that?
What place was that in potato?
4th.
What place did she get?
With a 180.
Man.
4th, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a weekend for her.
She did amazing.
Chilling and Grilling walked in pork too.
Yeah, it was like right around 10.
In pork? Did I miss them? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you missed. They were 11th in pork.
11th.
Chilling and Grilling Texas Barbecue, 11th in pork on day 1. My bad, James. Eddie Morales literally felt sick for Eric. Yeah, I was really hoping and praying that would call him last on that deal. How did y'all handle the 30-minute turn-ins? Was it to me? It makes me focus a little more. I felt good about it.
Man, I loved it.
I've done a few more than some of you guys. So
I handled them better day 2 than day 1. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I tried it at Danny Dietz. I've tried it at Danny Dietz a few times now, so it's just quicker to go to the bar at the pool. So that's what I was focusing on.
It is, shit. Y'all know me. I like to get up about 7 on a CBA contest. I was up at 4:30 on both those days. Now I just put it on and I took another hour nap, but woke up at 5:30. Yeah, it just starts earlier. And then as you realize, you got, I don't know if y'all do the traditions like the guys do, 9:22 shots, and then you got the 10 a.m. beer. But after that, I mean, it's just like boom, boom, boom. It is go time at that point. And then come 1:30, right? If this was a standard KCBS contest, come 1:30, you're done. You're cleaning up and you're ready to go. It is different. It is nice. We don't do a whole bunch of them down here, but they're not bad. I do enjoy the hour turn-ins for CBA and what we got here. So it just gives you a little more time to focus and or screw up, right? When you have more time, you kind of lose focus a little bit. But these 30-minute turn-ins were fine. People in the comments that don't do a whole bunch of them, how did y'all handle it? It was a good time.
I think however, whatever time you have to do
Eddie.
your turn-in it's all about how you prepare for it, right? And so like that first go around day one with a 30-minute timeline, I was backed up, man. Day two, I said, okay, I know I have to start processing things a lot earlier. But whether it's 30 minutes, an hour, or an hour and a half, I think it's just how you prep your timeline to that turn-in window. Like I didn't know that we had the 5 minutes after and until the meeting, right? And so I had to switch it up again, to make sure that I wanted to turn it as hot as I could, especially in those conditions, So had I not known that we had 5 minutes after, I was assuming that we just had 10 minutes before for some reason, right? Because I didn't know KCBS, but going to the meeting and finding that out, that helped me rearrange my timeline a little bit.
Bobby, you had a long walk. Cesar and Buddy, what did y'all have? Y'all 3 minute?
3 minutes. Well, we're given 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's what my wife said. She made it in 2.5. So
I was given 7.
Bobby, you had about 7. Yeah.
Yeah, they made it. They can make it in 4, but I was giving them 7.
Yeah, we love our spot. It's literally we're looking at turn in, right? And from where I'm at, so it's about a 40-second walk for us. But is the randomizer used on brisket? I think if you have the exact same score, so perfect, that's when the randomizer comes in. If you have a 180 and then that drop score is the tiebreaker. Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. He said, unfortunately, there have been many teams with 3 calls that didn't wind up winning. Just ask Joe Pierce. It's happened to him. I remember Brad a couple of years ago. It happened to him. Actually, I thought Fred Robles had a shot on day one. He had those 2 calls that were. I was like, all right, Fred's probably in the running here. John Turner says, Eric, I can show you how to get DQ'd. Yeah, me and Fred were on the same table on pork day 1. Yeah, there's James Minotti. She rocked it. Yeah, Diane did rock it. I did come to your chips and dip party on Thursday. That was a wild night. Let's see here. Bringing the 30-minute turn-ins to CBA. Nah, we do our thing.
No.
Everything must be done. This is a good comment, Eddie. Everything must be done before chicken, meaning everything must be in the Cambro. I honestly say around 10 o'clock. Yeah, okay. What he's saying, I guess, before you even mess with chicken and put it on the pit, make sure it's all done. That's a good comment. Yeah, I feel the same way. You gotta be done and ready before chicken, because at that point you got to be ahead of the game, right? Well, you're turning in ribs. Before you're turning in ribs, you got to be messing with pork. Before you're doing all that, you got to be messing with brisket. It's a good time. Tim Kirkendall, correct on the tiebreaker, goes to the drop score if it's not a perfect. There's got to be a better way on that randomizer, honestly. I don't know if there is or not, but I guess not when you're
not many
when you
teams.
got 13 of them. Tim Kirkendall, he did BBQ by myself the weekend before. It was tough. That's a good deal. That a lot of I think some KCBS or Kansas area promoters will schedule I don't know if it just falls that way, Eric, you let me know, or they plan it that way. But when the Royal sets their date, it feels like there's always a KCBS in the Kansas City area that a lot of teams will go up a week early for and do. That way you can get at least a contest under your belt, get the timelines down. Probably not a bad recommendation to go do something like that.
Hey, I'm gonna answer Nick's,
what would you guys
Nick's
change?
comment. He asked if the weather affected the cook times. Man, for me it didn't, but I'm on that porch trailer, so I don't know that I have a fair shot at that. Like I said, at one time it was 70 degrees on my porch, so for me it didn't. My fire, even first thing in the morning, my fire is still lit the same took the same time to get up the temperature and all that. So I would have to say that no, it didn't affect me any. I'm running Hunsaker drums. I don't know if it matters what drums you're running, but no, for me it did not affect anything with my cook times.
Bobby?
Same with me. I've got a Hunsaker, and I gave it an extra 30 minutes just because. But it grooved the whole time, and my brisket actually came off 30 minutes early. So,
Cesar?
No, it didn't affect the cook time. I think where I screwed up on day one, and I almost did it day two, but I caught myself is down here where when we're cooking in 90 degrees, 85 degrees, whatever we're cooking in. I like burping my cooked brisket or pork on the drum and just let it burp just for a little while before I put it into the Cambro. Well, I did that with my brisket point, and that motherfucker was cold when I went and I touched it. I was like, dang. And so I mean, I tried to recover it, and I didn't serve it day one. I didn't do any burn ends, but I think that's a lesson learned. Is like, man, you can't trust the cold, right? Like, just get it into burp it and get it into the Cambro.
I will say that I burnt my brisket the first day outside on my pit for I don't know if I had to, I mean around 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. And same thing, I went to touch it and I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. So day two, I burped it inside the trailer, to where it was a little bit closer to 70 degrees than 30 degrees.
There I am. I will say I think I pulled everything I thought was early on day one. It wasn't as cold day one as it was day two, by the way. And my ribs and my brisket were what I thought was a little bit over. And even though I thought I pulled early, but no, not quite. There it is right there. Jimmy, howdy, Gooder gang. I'm planning on being at Firewalkers Cook-Off in Rosanke, most likely Friday evening. Then I might go to George West. So if you guys need some sharpening service, Mr. Keen, sharpening service right there, Jimmy Edmondson. Let's see if I'm missing any questions real quick. Brian Fox with the good questions tonight, Brian. Would y'all change anything to do different for next year, y'all's second year?
I would. Like Cesar said earlier, I'm definitely going to prepare more. And I think, man, when it comes down to that 30-minute turn in, man, just having peace of mind that you've done everything beforehand, that as much as you can beforehand. CBA, you got an hour, so you got time to, if you need to heat this up, you're not having to rush to heat it up. You're not, just that kind of deal, man. Making a bunch of my sauce. I made all my sauces like once I got up there. A lot of them I made the morning of the cook. Man, if I go back up there, I'm gonna make everything from injection sauces, whatever can go in a container. I'm gonna make it before I even leave and go up there. That's just one less thing you have to worry about once you get there, for sure.
Anything else, guys?
Well, I think for me, what I want to do is I want to kind of take the strategy that some of the other cooks did in cooking, like BBQ the weekend before, and try to get a KCBS under my belt again before the Royal. Because even like if I would have done Danny Dietz, right, I think that was still too much of a gap there between Danny Dietz and then cooking a whole bunch of CBA and then the Royal. I feel like just like with CBA or with whatever organization you cook with, if you cook it consistently, you get some things down, man. You can definitely sharpen up your skills. Whatever you might be lacking, you'll figure it out. And so I want to try to do that next year.
I think we saw that from day one to day two, just in a 1 day period.
100%. Let's see here. Elevation. There's a question, David Dunn. How much did elevation affect your normal cooking times? I really didn't feel that's super high. I don't know. Maybe it is. I have no idea, but it did. My cooking times were the same.
Yeah, it was all about the same.
We were running the same. All right. Do y'all want to do some? We're getting already an hour and a half in. I want to do y'all's barbecue homies in Mount Rushmore.
Fireball shot or what?
Oh, let's do it right now. Everybody got a drink on them right now.
I'm just staring at these things. I'm like,
I need to get me another cold beer real
we'll
quick.
do this, and then I want y'all to. I don't know if I prepped you guys to get your Mount Rushmore in barbecue homies. I think Cesar might have done this before. Buddy probably too. Maybe, I don't know.
yeah.
I think you went mute, bro.
Oh, I heard you.
I can't hear nothing.
You're just smelling the fireball, I think.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
I cannot hear y'all.
I think he's gonna dump the fireball out.
All right, he'll come right back. Cesar, you can hear me, right? We're good.
I can hear you fine.
I can hear you just fine. Bobby's back. We'll wait for Buddy to come back to do the shot. But Bobby, did you prep a Did you prep a Mount Rushmore?
I think I can pull one together.
There you go.
All right. Who wants to go? Well, let's do y'all's shot first. Cheers to y'all's first American Royal.
Cheers to the Royal.
I hope it was everything that y'all thought it might be. Cheers, boys. Dustin Stanley in the house, the barbecue store. There's right there. Dustin Stanley.
Cesar, I'm kind of disappointed that nobody got fireball this weekend.
Hey man, I didn't have time.
I hear you. I understand that. Even Ty asked me about that. He's like, man, I ain't seen Cesar make no TikToks or nothing about fireball.
Oh, I made it one TikTok, but it was before. I did take, so I thought it was the reason I did so poorly day one is because I didn't do a fireball shot after each turn-in, which I normally do.
Yeah.
So day two, I was so committed to trying to do that, but I failed. I even did a twofer. I haven't posted it yet, but I forgot ribs, I forgot pork, so I did two at once.
You'd have had to have 6 shots on day 2.
That man would have been out of there by dessert time.
Just the barbecue, bro. Not the turkey or the other.
Hey, shout out to whatever sausage you had, Cesar, because that was some bomb ass sausage. That was good.
Man, it bombed on the judging table, but it was.
Man, I don't care. They can bomb right off into my plate.
I got a feeling that they just didn't. So my corn had poblano, and so did the sausage, and I don't think they cared for it too much. But shout out to Beer Bellies for hooking it up with some badass sausage because it was really good.
Man, it was good.
I tell you what, Serge sent over some sausage to KC, and we cooked it. And, finished 101, I believe, but it was outstanding. It was really good. Serge, you're on to something with your sausage, bro. That's really good. All right, Bobby, let's do the Mount Rushmore, man. 4 people on your mountain, your barbecue mountain that maybe have helped you, inspired you, whoever you want to put on there. Probably, obviously, everybody's going to be a little different tonight, but go ahead, Bobby.
So I got to put my buddy James Minotti up there. He's number one. He's everything that I change, any idea I have gets run by him first. A lot of help this past weekend, prepping, packing, everything like that. So he's definitely up there. Let's see. Another one of them's kind of a pair. It's the Chasing More Smoke guys, Sonny and Sean Moore. Those 2 guys helping with the trailer, helping me week in, week out in IBCA. They're some good old boys. Let's see who else. One of my advisors in college, named Scott Whitehead. We call him Whitey. He was the advisor for our fraternity, and he actually got me back into cooking. I cooked all the tailgates for our fraternity for 4 years. So that got me the itch back, and I started cooking comps again and stuff like that. And then I got to round it out with my old man, Bobby Phillips. So taught me everything I knew, trying to follow in his footsteps. And, I got a couple more I've got to do. And that'll get me
one in the gift shop.
The gift shop's tough. There's a bunch of people that deserve to be there, but I got to say my buddy Brandon Kaala for providing me those damn tent walls. He saved my life. So he gave me my first drum, and he's a good old boy I've known for a long time, cooking Houston and then also from Huntsville. So
Brandon with the beard. Barbecue Project, is that you talking about? I mean, the mustache?
With the mustache. Yep.
Yeah. He's in the comments. I just saw him chime in. He kicked with Jeremy McMahon Love Barbecue this past weekend. All right. Which one do you guys want to go next? Good job. Good job, Bobby.
I mean, I can go. That's fine. Man, to start it, y'all know my boy Robert, Malibu Bobby. Man, that dude's full of knowledge. He's full of shit too, but he's full of knowledge. He always helps me, man. If I got a question, he answers it. Whether it's right or wrong or whatever, he gives me something, to go off of, and he's really helped my game the last year, I'd say. My next one's Bill Purvis. Man, he's another guy that, man, I fell into. Man, I started asking Bill questions. We talk all the time. I think Bill's on a lot of people. The next would be Dustin Stanley. Man, when I wanted to get into barbecue, I didn't even know what a barrel pit was. I didn't know anything. We found the barbecue store one day just driving by, and man, we pulled in there, and Dustin and Landon, man, they were in there to answer all my questions, and I told them I just backyard barbecued, and man, they kind of pointed me in the right direction to the right people to talk to, man. They're always there. It's another person. If I ever got questions, man, Dustin always answers the phone. And then my last person, they're kind of a team, or they are a team, but you can't have one without the other, and that's Josh and Stacy Hale. Lately, they've been, man, they're people. Anybody wants to be like them, man. They're just good all around people. They're good. They're good at what they do. They're good at barbecue. They're not scared to help somebody. And they're straightforward, man. They're not. Josh is not gonna, coat anything. If you ask him a question or you show him a picture, if he don't like it, he's gonna tell you. He's gonna tell you exactly how he thinks. And that's the kind of person I am too. If you don't like the answer I'm giving you, well, then too bad. Don't ask me the question. And that's how Josh is, and I really appreciate that. Then gift shop would have to be Carl Davis. I met Carl back the same time I met you, Rob, at that same cook-off in Cuero. And I was one of the first guys to pull in there. Carl obviously was the first person there. He's the first person to every competition ever. And he was there. Man, he walked over to my trailer, and I was a nobody, man. That was like my third CBA ever to cook. And he walked over. He's like, man, come look at my trailer. This is what we do, man. This is how it is. And that's where I got hooked. I was like, man, I'm looking at ordering a trailer. And Carl's like, man, he started giving me tips from day one. I asked him about how to box this or how to, and I told them guys that weekend, I was like, I have no business there. And everybody was like, man, everybody has a business here. And I got dead ass last place cooking against y'all. And they gave me an envelope with a big ass donkey on it and a $100 bill. And from that day, man, I was like, I'm going to try everything in my power to never do that again. Because being around the caliber of guys that were there chasing points for that top 10, and, it came out today, the CBA posted all the top 10 and all that. And I remember looking at that cook-off last year, trying to figure out who was who and who could jump who and what they needed. And, man, these guys were throwing out, we need to do this and that. And man, I kept talking. And that goes for all of y'all, guys that are at the top, man. Being the new guy on the block, y'all were all like, man, you can do it. Just put your head down and go forward and learn from it. And that's what we did, man. So.
And I remember that cook-off, bro. I was there at the Cuero one.
Yeah, you had your lucky rock that you rolled your ankle on. Dude, I remember everything about that cook-off because I came in dead ass last place. You carried that rock around even to awards.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
I chunked that rock.
But man, I'll tell you, like, Josh and Stacy up there and at that cook-off, I didn't know anybody. I just knew names. I knew Robert, but I didn't know hardly anybody else. And man, we're sitting there, and I had been hanging out at Josh's trailer, at night around the fire with Jared McCroy and all them guys, and I had met Jarrett and all them at my fair cook-off at Washington County, and we were talking a little bit here and there, and man, I got dead ass last, at the awards, and I went to tell everybody bye because I was hooked up, ready to go home. You know, I had a 2-hour drive home, and then I walked by Josh and I was like, "Man, good meeting you. Holler at you later." You know, and he just looked at me, man, like somebody done killed his dog. You know, and I walked around and I was like, "Man, I guess that guy don't like me." You know, and then I realized that I had won more money than he did that weekend with my $100 dead ass last deal, and a lot of guys were feeling the same way. And so I kind of took it with a grain of salt, and I was like, I'm gonna talk to him at the next competition, maybe before awards. Yeah, that might be the way to go. But now that I'm in the race, now that I'm in the race, you know, I have a meet that's 10th, so I understand like pushing hard for it. You know, like this weekend, I have to go for blood. Like Cesar said, he's not going to participate. You know, we're going to try to give it everything we got. You know,
that's right.
Y'all just stay away from chicken. We're good. We'll be good.
No,
there's
sir.
nothing we can do unless we can get 3 first places at one cook-off.
Yeah, true.
Hey, Rob.
All righty. Yes.
Bobby needs to go, so can he give shout outs real quick before he signs off?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bobby, give some shout outs, people that supported you, whoever you want to give a shout out to before you get out of here, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're muted.
You're muted right now, brother.
Wait, I just unmuted him. There we go. There we go.
John Tierna, Chopping Block, always helps Sarah. They're the best in the game. James Minotti, always so helpful. This past weekend, Donald King, Stephen White, absolute best for, you know, any pointer I needed. People that take care of me, Corona, Constellation Brand, O'Day Drilling, they help keep the lights on. So I appreciate y'all for having me. Good luck with the rest of the points race, guys. I'm going to try to make a couple CBAs next year.
All right, Bobby. Thank you so much for coming on, man, and sharing your experience, man. And it's good to get to meet you here in the last since Danny Dietz. It's been a pleasure, man. And you're go out and you're kicking butt, man. Keep doing it.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good evening.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, Bobby. All right, Cesar.
Speaking of Chopping Block, did anyone see that he had ran out of gas, a diesel, on the way home?
No.
I saw him on the side of the road. I was like, "Hey, man, what's going on? Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I ran out of diesel." But they were already on their way back from getting diesel. I was like, okay.
So I didn't know there was 2 Suavecito teams, and I ran into not the Bobby Boom one on the way up there at the gas station. So I messaged Bobby. He's like, "Yeah, that's not me. Yada yada yada, whatever." Well, on the way home, we drove to the Kansas Star Casino the first night. And on the way, I'm like, "Man, there's a trailer up on the side of the road. You know, this and that thing down there." We passed it, and it was that Suavecito trailer. But there was nobody in sight. Like the next town was like 18 miles ahead, and there wasn't a truck anywhere. I was like, "Man, they're probably already in town by now." But they had some trouble too that night after leaving.
They have like the same logo too, don't they?
Yeah, Bobby's has a Longhorn on it. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was looking for Bobby too, and I was like,
"There's a connection, but there are 2 different teams."
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But isn't it cool that, you know, we all help each other out no matter what? Like, it doesn't matter if it's a team you know or a team you don't. Like, if it's a barbecue team, you're gonna try to figure out how you can help them, which is really cool.
For sure.
I remember,
Absolutely.
Rob, you helped me, bro. I'll never forget. You didn't help me, but you stopped and asked for help. You probably don't even remember. But you stopped and asked if we needed help, and I think that's so cool, like how that extends more than we'll ever know, right? Because if you do it for me, no matter what, if I see a barbecue trailer out there that needs help, you help them. That's it.
Yeah, you gotta help them.
100%. 100%.
I mean, I ain't buying the diesel, but I'll take them to go get it.
But I'll take you there. Cesar, you're up.
So I'm gonna change my Mount Everest just a bit. I'm
Mount Everest.
swapping. I'm swapping
Mount
the bobblehead.
Everest.
Are we doing
Mount
Everest,
Rainier?
right? Yeah, we're doing
Mount
the Everest.
Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Yeah, Mount Rushmore. Sorry, I had a fireball. I'm swapping them. I'm swapping out one for the other. I'm gonna put Arnie Tex is always gonna be on my Mount Rushmore, and he's gonna remain there. I'm gonna leave Fred on there. I think Fred has done so much for barbecue, and then also just being from the Rio Grande Valley, right? So Fred stays. Clarence Joseph is the other one that I'll leave on there because I think with Clarence Joseph and some of the tips I learned from him have helped me along the way. And the one I'm switching out and I'm adding on, but it's no diss in any way, shape, or form. I'm adding Bill Purvis onto my Mount Rushmore. I think he deserves it as far as what he's done for my game, right? As far as barbecue goes. And I'm swapping out into my bobblehead. I'm putting Ernest in there, right? I had Ernest for the longest time because when we first started this barbecue pit masters and all that, Ernest was the man, and he's still the man, obviously. But I think when it comes to competition barbecue, Bill has done so much for what we do and what I do as Smokin and Toastin. So I have to add him on the mountain.
That might be Ernest's first bobblehead, so that'd be a good one.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
Oh yeah, with a Pope hat.
He better be wearing boots since he got the boot. I'm just messing. I guess Buddy's figuring it out, but y'all ready to rate some boxes just for a minute before we get out of here?
Man, I hope they're all KCBS boxes because if they got sauce, I'm dissing them hardcore.
Do we have any? Do we got any lettuce boxes?
This one's for Brian Fox.
Somebody suggested that we treat it like the judges only get a few seconds to look at it. So, Ty, pull that down. All right. Y'all saw it. Y'all got as many seconds as probably a judge would at a table. That was a pork box.
I didn't see anything.
You didn't see it?
Did you, buddy?
Yeah, for a split second.
I didn't see anything.
How about now?
Yeah, it just popped
I
up.
don't see it.
All right, just leave it up. We'll try this another time. But
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, you're good. You're good. All right, here we go. Here we go. Lucas with a 10. Samantha 10. Adrian 9.
I see it on my phone, but not on my.
Ashley's in the house. Maybe one more row. 9. Yeah, I see what she means. I'm all right with the green there. Started off with a solid 8. Eddie Morales. 9. Chillin' and Grillin'. Tim Kirkendall 9. Daddy Dutch. Got to see Daddy Dutch and his big tall butt. KCBS 9. CBA 10. Okay, I see what you're saying. 9. Why do you leave that other meat on the money muscle? I think he's talking about on that first row. Actually, all of them have that extra piece of meat. 9, 8. 9. Cook Shack 10 needs darker bark. Smoking bees. All right, Buddy, you're up first tonight.
Yeah, I'm going with a 9. Solely on the bark and the color, man. I'd like both of them to be just a shade darker. I think maybe I would have left that. I don't know if it's just the first one in the middle or all of them in the middle, but it definitely not the same size as the other ones. So that's why I give it a 9.
Ashley mentioned one more row up front. Is that green? More green in the
front?
Man,
if it was my box, I would have added one more row up front if I had the money muscles, or I'd at least scooted them up a little bit.
So you said 9 out of 10. We're doing a CBA score, guys. 10 is excellent. All right,
okay.
Cesar.
So I'm gonna give it a 9. I got Kel PTSD though, and I think that box, that kale box, looks really good compared to some of the boxes that we made. But I still give it a 9. I think I'd give it a 10 if it had just a little bit more color to the bark. It feels like it washed off, like it's kind of like some of the brisket boxes we see. I think Eddie Morales has talked about it before. Kind of has that same visual, right? It's kind of, it's there, but it's not dark. Like the fourth money muscle on the way up looks like it wanted to have a bark, but the rest of it kind of washed off. So, but I'll still give it a 9.
There was a brisket box I saw on Facebook that literally I sent it to a few people. It had no bark, and you could still see the fat seams going down it. And it was a fully cooked brisket. It beat me by like 40 points.
Do better, bro.
Dude, blew my mind.
Do better. Yeah, I'll go 9 as well. I don't like the faux monies, right? They look big, but they're not. You know, the monies are actually a lot smaller now. Although the ones on the left are pretty good size if you would trim them up a little better. So 9 for me instead of 10. All right, next. Yeah, trim these to be a true money, says Little Gringo.
So do you think True Money score better?
I think in KCBS
I
they
think
do,
they
but
would
CBA they don't.
because like we just mentioned in KCBS, we have judges, right? Certified judges. We have master judges. I think they're going to take, like you mentioned, is like, why wouldn't you trim that off and make it a true money? They know what a true money is, right?
So you got to.
Texas judges may not, right? They just see a pork there. I think we can get away with it a lot more here. But at the Royal, yeah, we would.
Yeah.
I would. You need to have a true money. All right, here we go. Chicken. 8, 9, 9, 9, 8. We're trying to make a clock. 8. Colors off. 8. Ashley. What's up, Ashley? Good to see you again. 9. That skin on the knuckles is messing it up. 8. Sorry, my dog. I'll go first here. I bet this beat me too, by the way. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm sorry. The legs look like drumettes. I don't like the color. It needs to be a little darker for me. I do like the bass boating. I'm fine with the sauce, viscosity. But I won't kill it though. Actually, I think I will. I'll get an 8 instead of out of 10. Cesar.
Yeah, I mean, I know who this box is, right? But because I just know. But I do think they just look too small, right? And that's why you're able to make a box this way. I'll give it an 8 also. I think that the viscosity is great for KCBS, but I don't know. They look like they look too small.
Buddy, I love it.
I'll give it a 20-second chicken.
What? Was it yours?
I'll give it a 20-second chicken at the Kansas City Royal.
Yeah.
Is this yours?
I knew they were yours. I knew they were yours.
Damn it. We're killing. I said, I bet it beat me. We're killing you.
Man, everybody
time.
is right on how small they were, but I trimmed them that way because my first day box was hideous and they were too large to fit in the box. And so I went to researching some other chicken boxes. I did. I was like, hey, let's see what it's about. I do not like that much sauce on them at all whatsoever.
Did you
again,
trim?
that's a tip I was told, so I did it and it paid off.
Mine had a big ass bone coming out of it, and I still
So, like,
14.
You did you trim the meat around? Because they look small. Like even the bulbs, you would expect them to be a little fatter.
No, I just trimmed just the knuckle off the big knuckle off the top.
Yeah. Little Gringo asks, how many 8s in appearance did you get?
I don't know. I don't know how to look up those scores that y'all keep talking about, so I have no idea.
We can't.
I'll show you.
Yep. I've looked it up everywhere. Everybody told me I had to be a KCBS member, so I don't know.
Yeah, you do. I think you do.
Which I am now, but I wasn't at the time.
Okay.
Oh, if you are now, you can do it, no?
I don't think so. I think he had to be beforehand.
Boo.
All right, next, Pitfather leg trim. Oh no, that's.
I can't put it on the Pitfather.
Why you do?
I like him too much.
Summary sheets. Oh, Little Gringo will look it up for you.
That would be wonderful.
I'll go first on this chicken, but we'll let the Gooder gang do something here. Little Gringo 10. I like it. The real Little Gringo. There's a
wow. Okay.
9 ZZ Top Fan.
Man, I wonder how they closed that box. Oh, sorry.
8. Everything looks good, but seems like it's too much.
Rob didn't remind us of Poker Face.
9.
He did not.
Yeah, Poker Face. 10. It's full of love. It's full love it. Not it's full of love. It's full love it. 9. Chilling and grilling. Too much in there. Stephen White. Meat shots. AJ George. 9. Lost in the smoke. 9. Smoking D's. 9. Buddy.
Man, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. 10 CBA, 9 KCBS. Just because I think it needs more sauce for KCBS, I think it's perfect for CBA. I don't know that I'm a fan of the wings the way they are on the side. I kind of feel like they're kind of smushed in there. Still looks like I really want to eat it though. So, man, I'm gonna give it a 10. I'll give it a 10.
Cesar.
I'm not gonna hate on it. I want to see them close it, then open it, and then take a picture. But man, there's not a lot to hate on. There's a little bald spot on that wing. Like they could have literally just on the right wing tilted it, and I wouldn't be staring at what I'm staring at. But I still think it's a man. That's a 9, a high 9.
I agree with Eddie. 8 needs more sauce. I'm not the score though. I would I like what Buddy just said. He said 10 CBA, 9 KCBS, just because I feel like in KCBS I would have to do more sauce. I got killed on a box like not like this, but the viscosity here and day 2 was better. I think you need more sauce in KCBS, even though we heard that comment earlier today from Bill. But I'm not gonna kill it. It's 10. I like it. It's a 10 for me. Next.
Man, I could use that box right now after those fireballs. I'll leave nothing but bones in that box.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Bass boating, everything about it. Okay, now. Never mind. Poker face, Rob. Poker face.
So I just want to confess I'm definitely lagging.
Yeah, I'm definitely
999 from 4 judges, 989 from the other 2.
Damn.
So you got all 9s in appearance, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, look, Gringo, why don't you message me on my other scores?
That's my DQ'd box. John, wait.
I don't
Are you
even.
serious?
No, he's serious. He got DQ'd.
I know
he got DQ'd.
But is that really his box?
Tim Kirkendall, I don't understand the trend of adding wings. Yeah, I mean it's just another thing to get.
Yeah, that was his box. That was the DQ'd box. He sent that in the message when he sent it to me.
We need a scouts on.
Oh, the full box. The full box we just had.
1 and day
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. The full box we just saw was his DQ box. All right, 10. Andy Reyes 10. Adrian 10. 9. Samantha 10 looks like a great way to bring the chicken together. Yeah, 9 or excuse me 10. Ashley, Tim Kirkendall because they are delicious. 10, 9, 10. All right, a lot of 10s here. A lot of 10s. Christopher Stone, what's up? Yeah, that was my DQ. Okay, most add them for practicing for the Jacks. 7. Eddie. Cesar.
That's a 10 all day, man. I really like this box. I wish it was mine, but it wasn't.
I wish it were mine too. Yeah, 10 for me. That's a 10 all day long.
I just like how the knuckles align on that chicken leg. I really like how that pops.
What do you see? You see the knuckle, how it has the doubles, each one of them?
I like how that lines up.
They're all trimmed the same way. So when you're trimming the legs, make sure that knuckle is high, or those doubles are up. They're gonna lay.
That draws my eyes to that, and man, that's a 10.
Yeah, I like the bass boating. This isn't like baked in sauce, but it is saucy.
I call it bass boat.
Perfect for me. It's a 10, buddy.
Yeah, 10 all day. If it's not a 10, there's something wrong with you. That's
Eddie said 7.
That's Eddie though.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that's Eddie Morales, the pit.
We need a full episode of Eddie's boxes.
Yeah,
Eddie,
everything
good job,
he's been
Eddie.
doing lately has been freaking awesome. Good on you, Eddie, man.
My
That
friend,
shit looks.
good job. I hope that was day 2.
Was that day 2, Eddie? I want to see where you wound up. Man, you should be higher than.
Man, that box looks amazing, and you get ideas from this show, obviously.
All right,
And that's how I got that wagon wheel idea. I saw people's post on Facebook from day one.
Hashtag pit father trim. This was day 2. Where'd it score, Eddie? That's a damn good looking box, bro. I think I said his name earlier when I was reading the comments. Anyway, next box. They hated it. Oh, it must have tasted like shit. I'm kidding. Okay, here's another example. They got the double knuckles facing upward, so this might be his. Guy has day 1 as well. So the double knuckles are also going facing upward. All right, I'll be quiet here. Where did I go?
I think everybody had to go kick the tires.
Okay, no problem.
But Buddy dropped out, so
He'll be right back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I saw everybody's social media, everybody going under the underpass and going in and have the backdrop of the grandstands of the race car track, and you can just feel it. And I'm still bothered by that fucking text that the certified master judge said. That's BS, man. There's no place for that. Like, I like the way they put the chicken in the circle, try new stuff, try different flavor profiles. I think you have to be adaptive if you're going to go to St. Louis or North Carolina, come to Texas. I think that's part of the sport of it, is to change your stuff. And I just hate that judges would say something like that. I just want to go on record as saying that's BS.
All right, we got a 999. Symmetry is off. 8 all are different sizes. I'm seeing that too. It's the first thing that came to my mind. This looks like one of those optical illusions. Like the ones on the left are closer to me, and the ones on the right are further away. Because the ones on the right are smaller than the ones on the left, and they kind of progressively go. So can't give it a 10. I will give it a 9. I do like the sauce level of this one, the viscosity, and I do like a little bass boating. Would like to actually see a little more bass boating, but 9 for me. Cesar.
I give that a 14.
Just you.
That's how I was going to pop in and go next. That's definitely a 10.
I agree with your
I
comments.
kid.
I fucking hated them.
Yeah. But you did get the trim right. Was that a pit father trim?
Well,
Looks good.
I don't know. I think that's a La Pasadita trim, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that before. It looks good, though. Buddy.
Man, I'm gonna have to give it an 8 just for the symmetry, and The bass boating, honestly.
You know that's his box now.
Who?
Caesar's.
No,
That's fine.
No, he was taking a piss.
That's fine. He beat me, so it's all good.
Got the true score. Turkey leg in the front, chicken in the back.
Hey.
Man, let me tell you something.
It happens, man. They look.
That was pissing me off, but I
don't know. I think a little bit. Honestly, just the bass boating on the bigger ones. The little ones look fine.
Yeah.
You know, that's.
Yeah. Yeah. This was 14th, though, right, bro?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
nice.
pretty sure that judge.
Dude, I can't hear Cesar. I don't know why I can hear you, Rob, but I can't hear Cesar.
Oh, I can hear.
Can you hear me, Rob?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
I'm pretty sure that judge that text Bill judges box.
I want to see. I don't think Tim sent his box in. That would be nice if Tim sent his box in. We'd like to see that. But freaking Reagan, it was back to back with us all weekend. Man, that is certified. Here's the deal with the judges. They are judging people who are doing what they typically can't do. If they could do what we do, they would cook rather than judge. All right. The ribs, buddy, got 999 from 2 judges, 998 from 1 judge, 989 from 1 judge, 988 from another.
Hey, tell him to check this box out.
97. Yeah. Are you not a member, Cesar?
No.
Man, that's pretty cool.
I
thought my ribs on day 2 was great.
But let me tell you, let me say something else, Rob. Like, I think that you know what we're experiencing with these master judges, right, that we were talking about earlier, I think that brings back the argument of what's better, right, a certified judge or someone off the street, right? Because someone off the street is just going to tell you what they like, and there's not a additional influence, right? So it's pretty wild to bring that up, you know.
All right, I will not share this one, but Tim sent me his box, and I will just tell you guys,
and it's way better than this.
It's a 10. It's a 10. All right, easy on the comment. Easy on the comment on painting all judges based on one judge's comment. Yeah, I agree with that one. Okay, I love James's comment. Turkey on the left, chicken on the right.
That is a great comment. That's how I felt. I felt like an asshole. But
all right, Ty, let's get 2 more boxes and we'll get out of here, because then we're going to give some shout outs from Cesar and Buddy, and then we will get out of here. Daddy Dutch with a Z. No, with an 8. Samantha Cherry 10. What's up, Samantha? How are you? Let's go, Gooder Gang. Come on, we got 2 more. 1 after this, and we'll get out of here. 9, ZZ Top Fan. First in and still in. Adrian, 9. Andy Reyes, I don't like that front piece. 9. Ashley, 8. Needs more. Oh, he posted Sunday's boxes on his Facebook page. Okay. 7, not sauced enough, Justin. 9, fix the kale. I see what he means. Make it square. Square it up a little bit. Squared up a little bit. AJ George 8, don't like that front piece. All right, I'll go first here. I can see this is true money, at least from the first slice, but I do not like. I'm sure you got a better one in those 5 behind you. That's what I would like to see first. I don't mind the chunks here. I know Ashley said she needs more of it. I'm okay with that. If the kale was straight here, I'm going to give it a 9. Buddy.
9. Pretty much the same thing. Maybe guess what? I'm either take the first one out or show bottom left corner a little bit where it doesn't protrude underneath the rest of it. And man, darken it up a little bit. I personally like it a little darker. That's just me. Definitely a 9.
Yeah, actually, I think you need a little more sauce. in the KCBS world?
I do. Yeah, I definitely think it needs more sauce for KCBS.
Real
I mean,
quick,
I think for any, I think for anything, it needs more sauce. It needs more sauce for either one of them. Not as much more for CBA, but a lot more for KCBS.
Cesar, you got all 9s from 4 judges, 988, and 998 and 877.
Holy crap!
I think that's the only judge who knew what he was talking about.
The only real true judge on there dropped his score. That's good.
That's that same judge that messes Bill.
Yeah, I think so. The hell would that be?
What do you think about this pork box?
So, man, I'll give it a 9. I think in CBA, so it's not perfect. I think you can tell there's different monies used to fill that one money muscle. Like there's different pork butts to fill this row of money muscle.
That third one looks perfect.
I feel like
the top of it though.
First and the last are from the same pork butt, but the other ones are not.
Yep.
Also, I think the Gooder Gang commented about the kale box using the credit card. I learned that, dude, and I don't know KCBS, and I learned that from watching shows and YouTube and stuff, like to tuck stuff in and then also to spray a little bit of shine on it, you know. So, I think a 9 is deserved here. Probably beat me though.
Yeah, I think I gave it a 9. What'd you give it, buddy?
A 9.
9. All right, 9. We got 9s here. All right, we got one final box, and then we'll get out of here. We have a KCBS box by chance, Ty, or no?
Yeah, let me get one, but judge this one, please.
All right, we'll.
Where am I hearing this music from?
It's background music. We play it.
Dang, is it for me or what?
Eddie said, "Okay, I'll judge it."
Oh, I know Eddie's gonna judge.
I'm just gonna agree with whatever Eddie says.
I don't think this is a IBCA or CBA because you have to have unfolded foil, and this looks cropped. So maybe it's an unsanctioned one. I'll go first here, though. I don't see any bass boating. I don't like the sauce splotchiness on it. I'm going to give it an 8. I bet they're tender, though, because I can see some toenails, but 8 for me on appearance. Cesar.
It's an 8. I almost want to give it a 7. And you know what? I'm going to give it a 7. I take it back. I think there's blotchiness to everything, but then when you look at that cut on the right where it kind of zigzags, that just does not look good to me at all. So
that one on the right is one of them end fatty ones on, you know what I'm saying, where they go. Yeah, that's what that is over there.
But still, it's just so pronounced the way they cut it, and so and this is a 7. It probably beat me somewhere down the road, but it's a 7.
And it's like it's a quarter size larger than the one next to it too. It's quite a bit. All right, buddy.
It's also not a flattering angle. I think they went like straight right 7. On top.
I don't like doing it, but those the unevenness, the size difference in all the ribs. I don't like at the top. You can see some bones. You can't see some bones. And one, it looks like it was dipped in Sweet Baby Ray's and just slapped down in the box. And I'm gonna try to. And it took me a long time to get it to learn how to do it. But try to get your sauce more set. The viscosity, you got to get it right. It looks real splotchy. A 7.
Okay. And he said, just say 7, bro. It's okay. You're going around. Clean the foil around so it doesn't look so messy. A little bit of dark char on top. I don't mind the dark char if it would have been cleaner, right? Like the whole rest of it. All right. Ty?
Man, Ty, there's got to be one more.
There's
Come on.
2.
Oh, Cesar sent all his boxes.
No, just one more. Honestly, I'll say it later. Man, is this really the music we're playing?
Let me put my son's headphones.
Rob added this a couple of weeks ago.
No,
I'm
it's
just going
okay.
down the list.
I always want to know.
What is it?
walk to my
It's
neighbor's house because he's having a party.
Los Mensa Jeep. I don't know. It's one of those
Okay, it is
one of those new ones.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's playing it.
I was walking to my neighbor's
Christopher
house.
Stone with a
They were having
10.
party.
What's up, Chris? How are you? 10 thick thighs save lives. Little gringo. I sent day 1 and day 2 chicken. All right, we'll close it on Eddie's day 1. Ashley with perfection 10. Samantha Cherry 9. AJ 10. Justin 10. Don't know shit about thighs. Andy Reyes 9. Chilling and grilling 10. Cesar, I'll let you go first on this one, bro.
Man, I have to look at it on my phone. I promise you, I cannot see it on my iPad. I think that's a 9. I think the second thigh in the middle on the left side looks a little bit odd shaped compared to the other ones. Kind of rounded out. I'll give it a 9.
Can we talk about the that is actually I think that's lettuce on the bottom.
Yeah, they roll it up in a circle, if I'm not mistaken, with saran wrap.
Yeah, they roll it up in a circle, cut it, which is fine. I just think it's lighter. I like the contrast of the darker green kale with some.
I wonder if it would work the same as like spraying the kale like you do with like avocado oil to make it darken up when you take it out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Show
Caesar his rib scores I posted. All right, I'll go next, buddy. You can go next. I always say whenever these first appear, I know pretty much immediately if it's a 10. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like this box. I got to give it a 9. It doesn't scream 10 for me.
Wow, so people are saying that's romaine lettuce?
Yeah, it is lettuce. The edges of each of these thighs are clean for me. I want to see them tucked in a little bit. So it's a 9 for me, buddy.
I'm going to give it a 10. Man, I like the color of them. I know they're probably a little dark. But
I like it.
Man, a 10, I definitely... Man, if I cooked thighs like that, I would have cooked them and not wussed out and cooked legs.
Eddie said he likes it when the thighs are touching in the middle. I agree. I push them in.
No thigh gap.
No
Hashtag no thigh gap.
No thigh gap. 9.5 looks like mine. All right, Lucas. That's Australian chicken. Do we have Eddie's day 1 chicken box, Ty? And if not, we can close on that. It wasn't bad. All right, we'll close on this one. No thigh gap.
I want to go first on this one.
Okay.
Go ahead, Gooder Gang. Throw it in there.
We got 9 from Andy.
10
looks like mine again. Why you don't just throw it out there? 10 looks like little gringo. 10.
I think that thigh box was chilling and grilling, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he can claim it if he does. Why are you calling him out? 10 chilling and grilling.
Man, I like that box.
No day 1 chicken. Hashtag no day 1 chicken. 10 all day. Nine to the top fan. All right. Yep, that was his. All right. Ty, you're up, my man.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is definitely a 10 for me. I love the way the toads are painted. I mean, I love the way it sits in the box. It looks great. 10.
Okay. Are you going to tell us who owns this one after we're done scoring?
Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards.
Too saucy, but 10 looks clean, says Ashley. Cody Alamo. What's up, Cody? Got to see Cody. 10. Buddy.
Man, I'm going to give it a 10. I like the bass boating. I like the color. Got the toenails sticking out. The only thing that's really drawn my eye is that little piece of kale on that right rib, right in the middle. I don't like that those 3 little pieces are sticking out right there. That was the first thing I looked at, but as far as the ribs go, man, I definitely think they're 10 for sure.
All right, I'll go next here. I do like the color. I do like the bass boating. I do like the thickness. I see what you mean on you can tighten that kale up a little bit, but I'm not looking at that. I do love the contrast of the green versus this mahogany red. 10. Cesar.
Come on, give me my little 10 box.
No.
The nice box, smoking and toasting.
Did you see me put my head down? I was almost. I was almost a 9, but it's.
Hey,
it's
I
a
wasn't
10.
gonna claim it. I wasn't gonna claim it if it wasn't perfect.
Well, good job, there, brother.
You should see the ones. This is day 2. Day 1s, they look more CBA to me, like a little bit more set in.
Yep.
Day 2, man, I dunked the crap out of them again.
I'm going to read. Little Gringo says Caesar's pork box. 3 judges scored all 9s. One gave him 989. One gave him 988. And the last judge gave him 977.
The hell with that guy. The
Fuck
last
that
guy.
What about? Is there any way you can look up my pork box from day 2? Not from day 1. God, not from day 1.
It's crazy.
While Eric, thank you very much. While he's looking up Buddy's Big Boys Barbecues pork box from day what? Which one? Day 1?
Day 2.
Day 2.
Yes.
Y'all want to give some shout outs for some people that support you or helped you along the way? Buddy, you can go first, sir.
Man, the barbecue store, they're my biggest help. They go above and beyond. Anytime I call or need something, Elena or Dustin, either one of them, they answer the phone. Man, I think they do that for a lot of people. And they ship fast. They get what you need. They always answer the phone. They always got what you need. There for everybody, man. I try to send everybody I know their way, backyard, seasoned vet, whoever it is. I try to send them all that way. John, chopping block, man. The dude just puts out good proteins, man. He's good people. Man, he does a lot for competition cooks. Those 2 are my main ones. Man, my wife. I gotta shout out my wife. I know it's cliche, but. Man, she puts up with me going every weekend this year, just about, and putting up with the little one. They like to go with me, so they go with me as much as they can. But, man, she holds it down. She holds the fort down, and she does a lot for our family while I'm gone. And then my boy Ty, my cooking partner, man, I couldn't. There's a lot of the big ones. He goes with me, so man, he keeps my nerves down. He stays cool, calm, and collective while I'm. Balls to the walls the whole time. He kind of slows me down, man. Whether it's getting in my way or just telling me, "Hey, man, chill out. We got this." He's definitely the best help you can get. So that's all I got.
Awesome, Cesar.
Yeah, man, I got to shout out to the chopping block. I got Cosmos, man. Cosmos has been great to me for a few years now, so shout out to them. Gulf Coast Smoke, 4D drums. That's all I'm running. That's all I ever run moving forward. And then for this cook-off, I don't know if y'all saw, but I did a banner for sponsors, and a few that I really want to highlight is the barbecue store. I really appreciate them stepping up and helping me out. And also we have some teams. So Beer Bellies down here in the valley helped me out with some sausage, and SPG Deep South Smokers also, man, stepped up and helped me with a couple tanks of gas. So, man, I live 1,068 miles away from Kansas City, and the valley came through and helped me out. So thank you to everyone who helped
Long
me.
ways, bro. Almost made the longest
Almost,
traveler.
man.
Almost.
If I wasn't from Canada.
The
Canada
51st state. The 51st state got you. I will give some shout outs as well, because we're talking about the American Royal, and I had some people support me. John Turner with the chopping block. Thank you very much. Supplying some outstanding product. Jessica Gonzalez, she's a good friend of mine. She helped us out as well. Chris Cuvion, who I'm cooking for this weekend at Camp Hope. Half Fast Cookers, that team that I cook with for the for the Houston livestock show and rodeo. And of course, Cosmos supports us all the time. These are separate from the people that support this show. I appreciate you guys as well. It's just been was a good time. And of course, my wife Diane and my cooking partner over in KC. His name is David Lapine. KC Dave. I don't know if that's coming up right there, but that's KC Dave on the left. And y'all all saw the live when we did the drum raffle for the Texas Hill Country supporting Texas Firewalkers. It was live, totally up on the up and up. He won the drum raffle, and it was a Quattro D drum, and we had, I'll put a picture up there as well. He won it, and this is him with the drum as well. We put a KC logo, so people were giving me shit about it because he wanted to cook on it, and that was in my camp this past weekend. I was trying to get some
that drum was awesome.
I was trying to get some officials help, Cesar. The officials love the Kansas City Chiefs. Didn't quite work out for us this weekend. But that's KC Dave, and so thank you to those people. There he is right there, little buddy. 2 judges. Let's highlight this comment real quick.
Yeah, I didn't get to read it all the way a minute ago.
2 judges gave all 9s. 2 gave him 989. 1 gave him 888, and the last judge gave him a 978. That was it. Eddie Morales says good night. See y'all at the Royal next year. Guys, thank y'all very much. Shout out to Bobby Phillips with Can't Get Right Cookers, Cesar Mejia, Smokin and Toastin, of course, Buddy Northrup with Big Boys Barbecue. And Buddy, thank you for supporting this show. Appreciate you very much.
Man, absolutely.
Y'all
give anybody that can get back to barbecue like y'all do, man. I have no problem doing that. So.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us, Rob.
Absolutely. We're going to drop y'all down. Y'all can check out if you want to, but hey, y'all were great guests tonight. Thank you so much. Buddy, thank you very much. I will see y'all very soon. Thank you very much. Ty, get in here, my man. What'd you think of those guys?
I thought it was great. I like every I say this every week, I feel like, but the experience of the Jack Daniels and hearing you guys talk for the last 8 years about what the majors are, what the rules should be, what presentation should be, and the comprehensive knowledge that I've picked up from Eric, from yourself, from having all the guests. It feels like I'm experiencing it too. So cool as hell. I love hearing Cesar Mejia talk because I love what he does. So
the Gooder Gang got a lot of great comments tonight. Eric, thank you so much, man. You're a great contributor to this show. The Real Little Gringo on YouTube. Thank you so much. Certified Master KCBS Judge. I think that's going to wrap up for tonight. For producer Ty and our guests, Bobby, Buddy, and Cesar, my name is Robert Rocha. We'll catch you next week on the show. I don't have a guest lined up, but we'll figure it all out. Promise you. Thank you to everybody who supports this show, the Gooder Gang, and all our sponsors. Case, close us out, and we'll see you next week, next Wednesday.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation, YouTube, California.